Hello! Today we are going to be talking about Pepe, Jose Falcon of the Fort Myers Sting of To Catch a Predator.
Hey Pepe, are you there?
Looks like this guy's deaf.
Hey Pepe, come on in!
No.
Hey Pepe!
Oh yeah, this is cool.
Alright, I am doing this guy first. Why? Because I named my channel after him. It just makes sense to do him first. I've been a TCAPist for a long time. I want to get in on expressing my opinion. I got a lot of opinions to express. So I want to get in on the commentary and analysis business. I'm not trying to be as good as Walls. No one could ever be as good as Walls. He's got the market cornered as far as entertainment value with commentaries. So, yeah, I love watching that guy's work. I just kind of wanted to get in on the game and express my opinions because I got a different perspective. I'm the only TCAPist, I think, that sees this show as a sleazily comedy reality show, and pretty much everybody you see on the screen is an asshole. The Predators are assholes, Perverted Justice are assholes, a lot of the cops are assholes, and we know Chris Hansen is an asshole. So, anyway, let's get started talking about Pepe. Here's his picture. That's what he sent the decoy. This is what NBC showed. Didn't show him with the rose. Didn't make him look as sweet. Anyway, what do we know about Pepe? I didn't do any FOIA requests. I may do FOIA requests as my channel wears on. But all of the information I'm about to share about Pepe in this video came just from old-fashioned Googling and virtual shoe leather. So I'm not doing any doxing here. All the court records, they identified him as Jose E. Falcon. Never mentioned what the E stood for. Screen name Florida and Miami. I don't know if his chat log, he's very dumb. But I don't know if Florida and Miami was done because he was dumb or if he's trying to be funny. I think it's funny. He was born February 28th, 1965 in Puerto Rico. In his family, in his chat log, he said he had 4 sisters and 2 brothers. He moved from PR to Miami in 1995. And despite what he says, how his chat log looks, he says he has a 12th grade education. I'm not sure if I'm buying that after reading his chat log. Told the decoy he was a plumber, but after he got arrested and he filled out his indigent form, he said he was unemployed and didn't have any income. So I don't know if he was lying to the court or lying to the decoy about being a plumber, but he did drive a Mazda 6, which he didn't say what year, but this does not look like an inexpensive car, so maybe he really was a plumber and he just didn't want to pay for the public defender. I don't know. Anyway, let's get into his chat log a little bit here. This is what I like to do with chat logs because I wish I could highlight the whole line. If you know how to do this, please leave me something in the comments that explains how to do this. I would like to do the whole line in red for the Predators and the whole line in blue for the decoys just to make it easier to read. When it's all one color, it's like when you read it, it gets kind of difficult to see who's saying what. So I like to do a color, but anyway, I highlight the color Predator's name in red and the decoy in blue. Anyway, so I've read all this, and here's the interesting thing, and we'll keep this in mind for later. I read the entire chat log yesterday, and nowhere in here does he ever mention that he's deaf or hearing impaired or hearing impaired or has any kind of speech impediment. Doesn't say anything, but if you read his chat log, you see he's not very bright. And most of it, he starts off with the regular typing, but by the end of the first page, he gets full Palumbo with all caps. Anyway, I highlighted some of the highlights in his chat log. Oh, yeah. I found the decoy. her name is really Suzanne, and she was really a 36-year-old female. Pepe was really a 41-year-old male, said he's 27, so they're both lying about their age. All right off the bat, she says 12. I'm sorry, I am older. Sorry, bye-bye. I am sorry, you are 12 age. I am sorry, bye-bye. You are 12 age, I can't get, I am jail, you know. Oh, fuck. God, this guy's a moron. Oh, she says, you're confusing me, and I just highlighted this because I was thinking, fuck, I'm only one page in and he's confusing me, too. Oh, what an asshole. Okay. 12 years old, I mean, okay, what all predators do is weird, all right? But 12 is just a little weirder because I can't think of any 12-year-old girl that has boobs and has butts and has curves and the kind of things that you'd be biologically attracted to. That's just worse somehow. She says, you're confusing me again. I want to you, but I don't want to parent. Well, he doesn't want to parent her. Well, that's a relief, I guess. You know La Rule? If you are age 12, I get jail. But I want to date with you. He says he's a plumber. I don't want to see parent, okay. Well, you think? Fucking dumb. Decoy asks him, why not your phone so I can hear you? Well, I guess we find out when he shows up to the Sting house, don't we? Here he says, I love WCW. This is April of 2006. I was a wrestling fan in the Monday Night Wars, so I could tell you, WCW went out of business 5 years before this chat. Maybe he meant ECW? I don't know, because ECW is kind of relaunching during this time. That's tough to say, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about there. Here, I should have mentioned this in the beginning. I broke this up. It was kind of... These have timestamps. They don't have date stamps, so I kind of broke it up by the days. And assuming they talked every day, he was arrested on the 22nd. Assuming they talked each and every day, it started on the 14th. But that could be wrong, because he mentions going to a camping trip in Okeechobee, or I don't know what the hell it is. It's that big lake in the middle of Florida. Okay, talk about Burger King. Oh. This made me laugh when I read it. I am normal. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Pepe talking about how he's normal. For fuck's sake, that's funny. I want to romance with you. Let me know when you parent not home. Would you parent not home? Oh, God. I think April 29th, 2006. I guess this is... He was going to go on a camping trip on the 29th, but it ended up being sooner, which is good for him because he got one last camping trip before he had to do 9 months in jail. And then she said April 22nd. That's the weekend they had the Sting set up. She's trying to get him... I will go April 22nd. Okay, good. Okay, the decoy says, are you going to kiss me when you get here? Yes, I promise. Look for me, orange car. Not orange, but real copper. I like... I like most sex. Fuck pussy and lick nipples. Very good. And the fact that it's full Palumbo in all caps is like, just, here we go. Pussy fuck, or anal fuck, or eat nipples, or lick nipples, or what? Oh my God, my window is open, and I wonder if my neighbors are in the backyard hearing me talk with and say, what the fuck is he talking about over there? I am shower. This reminds me of Siebert. I am Jackoff. I wonder if this is the same guy typing. Jesus Christ. He must have went to the same school that Siebert went to. I don't even get what you just said. It's like fucking... I don't get what the fuck he said through the whole chat log. Oh my God. Please, I don't want to tell you to... Ugh. Please, I don't want to you tell anybody in school or parent. I want to love you and love sex too. Oh, here's another thing of this guy. I just pause here. This guy talks about his sidekick phone almost as much as Dustin McFuckstick talks about being honest in his interrogation with Dudinsky. 12 times he mentions his sidekick phone. I have sidekick. I have sidekick. Please, I don't want you to tell anybody in school or parent. I want to love and sex you too. Oh, fuck. Here we go, talking. I don't want trouble, please. I will buy new condom. You get to say, okay, new condoms. Wow, this guy is great. He's not buying used or second-hand condoms. He's buying new condoms. This is a great guy. Knows how to work the ladies. I will buy new condom. You like condom? God, I love this guy. Yeah, I don't want to have baby cheese. I get to use condom, okay. Says it again, I get to use condom. Oh my god, I just tried calling you. You called me? Yes. You didn't answer, forget it, okay. I guess I had heard T-Capus. Somebody was talking about how, I guess, either he tried to call her and he didn't say anything, or she tried to call him and he didn't say anything. Nobody said anything because, again, he never told anybody he was deaf or mute, so I don't know how that worked. Oh, wow, all caps again. Okay, what else we got here? I don't get it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, this whole chat log. I don't fucking get it either. My private, do you know? I am alone. See you, not friend. Kay, do you understand me? Fucking no. You too, no friend see me, okay. Oh, God. Please tell me I go buy new condom. Again, new condom. Thanks, Pepe. I sometimes forget. I sometimes forget to get the new condom for tomorrow. You want me to remind you to buy condoms on Saturday, you mean? Yes, Saturday. I'd like to buy more condom, you know. This is the best one. Do you breast big boobs? This guy can't be for real. What the fuck? Do you breast big boobs? Fuck of good sex, you know. You like sex fine. Oh, God. You make me laugh so hard. I'm coughing shit up. Oh, my God. That is funny. Okay, here it is. April 27th. Early morning. Boom, boom, boom. The time on his arrest report was, I think it was 3:08. And I think this is Central Time. Based on that. Because it's like almost 1 here. So it'd be almost 2 in Fort Myers, so I think the decoy's in Central Time, and that's what all these timestamps are. Hey, are you coming? I look for Maravilla in Fort Myers. What's Maravilla? I still drive trying to look Maravilla. I don't know. God, this guy, I never know what the fuck he's talking about. And I don't know how... Okay, he talks about this sidekick. He loves his fucking sidekick. I don't remember the sidekick being able to do Yahoo Instant Messenger. Now, maybe it did. I just don't remember that. I knew it could text. I didn't know it could do Yahoo Instant Messenger. I am wrong way now. I go back away soon. Bye-bye. Oh, okay. Here he is, and this is the end of the long. Tell me, hey, this is your Silver Drive. See you soon now. Bye, come in. She says, come in. You go downstairs now. And then, boom, boom, boom. Here's his segment. It's only a minute, but we'll watch it together.
He's walking up the driveway.
And here's another man who doesn't realize he's walked into our investigation.
We never get to see his car here. I want to see this orange copper Mazda 6 he was talking about. Good Lord, what the hell are all these cars? I don't know if that's the neighbors or other predators' cars. They didn't. Here's a wheel. I gotta say this. Perverted justice, despite what Hansen wants us to think, they were very bad at what they did. So many fucking red flags kept smart people and even normal intelligence people away. They only got the dumbest of the dumb who just couldn't identify this ass full of red flags for what it was. And all these cars like a fucking parking lot here. What is this? What is this? That would make me ask questions. A wheelbarrow on the sidewalk in the middle of the night? What is that? What?
This case of...
And also, this is what one of the things that irritates me about To Catch a Predator is, I think in like one sting, Bowling Green. No, it wasn't even Bowling Green. I can't remember. But one sting, they use the front door. Everybody else, they're like sending them to the back door. Way before TCAP, like since I was a little kid, these weird families that wouldn't use their front door for some reason always make people go to the back or the side doors. I just always thought that was strange. It was annoying. Now, I get it. It's like, okay, you park your car in the garage and you go into the garage door off the side. That makes sense. But just, I never want to use the front door because I don't like the front door. God, that's fucking annoying. I've always hated that. And when I see that in To Catch a Predator, fucking, if I'm walking up, I see the wheelbarrow, it's like going around to the back door. I'm not saying I would say it's a sting, but I'd be like, what the fuck is going on here?
Man who calls himself Pepe is a first for us.
Hey, Pepe, I'm in here.
Do it again.
Hey, Pepe, come on in.
He's 41-year-old Jose Falcon, screen name Florida, in Miami. He's been chatting online with a girl who said she was 12 and a virgin. He lies about his age, saying he's 27, and he says he has plans to teach the 12-year-old how to have sex. He describes in X-rated detail what he wants to do to her. The picture sent to him...
Ugh. I don't think she's attractive. I mean, Hansen loves her. A lot of other people love her. I don't know what I think about her. Now, she comes across as dumb. Now, I don't know if she was acting dumb as part of the decoy act or if she really is dumb, but god damn, it's just, it gets to me. You know, very few decoys in the run of TCAP were good. Some looked the part, like Emily, some acted the part, but in my opinion, there's only one decoy that ever checked both boxes. And we'll get into that as we go along. You know, it's not Casey. I think she was terrible, too.
Him is of our actress. Now she's trying to get him in the house.
Hey, Pepe, I'm in here.
She's got this, like, pack or something. And why is Dell here? Why in the world does she need to be there? What possible purpose does this serve?
Do it again.
Waiting,
there?
awkward.
Hey, come on in.
Hey, come on in. I've been talking about, like, pussy, anal or whatever, and how do I greet you? I say, put my head in the door. Once I get your attention, I run away.
It takes our...
What the fuck is this? God, that is annoying. That is fucking annoying. Why is she running away? God, this is another red flag that, yet again, the dumbest of the dumb. We could have got a lot more predators, a lot better predators, I think, if there weren't so many red flags.
And when she does, I come out.
Boom, 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 boom.
Please have a seat right here. No.
He indicates to me he's deaf.
Kay Hansen, in his post-production narration, says that he knows he's deaf, but even though he's deaf, he's still trying to talk to him. Do these people not know what deaf means?
It's okay. Can you read something?
Yeah, he heard you ask if you could read something. What the f...
And then heads for the door.
Looks like this guy's deaf, guys.
Looks like this guy's deaf, guys, so how did they react? They yell at him.
Get down!
Maybe if I yell louder, he'll hear me.
As
Yeah, and that's a segment. That's all we get at Pepe on To Catch a Predator. Oh, right. I had to pause the recording because that chat log made me laugh a little too hard. Here's a visual. I'll put his sex offender registration. As you can see, February 2nd, 2023. That's just a little over a month before I taped this video. He's still on the registry. Fort Myers is in Lee County, Florida. And Lee County, Florida is very generous when it comes to their court documents, making them accessible for the public. So, like I said at the beginning, I didn't even have to do any FOIA requests. They were just right there. So I sifted through all of them. And I'll give you the highlights. Well, first off, let me tell you this. He drove 2 hours and 21 minutes to get to the Sting House, or at least that's what the drive would have taken if he did it today. Here's his drive. He lived on one coast, Florida. In Miami, there's where the Sting House is. That was his drive. He was arrested on Saturday, April 22nd, 2006 at 3:08 a.m. He was 41 years, 53 days old when he was arrested, so you can compare with other predators. He was initially charged with attempted lewd and lascivious battery, or lascivious, as that retard Dell calls it. I don't know where the fuck she gets lascivious. She's adding another C and a couple more vowels on the word that's there. Anyway, attempted lewd and lascivious. Now she's fucking got me doing it. Attempted lewd and lascivious battery with the victim between 12 and 15, and obscene communication use computer service to solicit a child. In the narrative of the police report, they put in there, fuck pussy, anal fuck, lick pussy, and lick nipples. He loved her and would buy her new condoms. They mentioned the new condoms in the police report. He showed up with 5 Coronet Gold condoms. What the fuck is Coronet? I've never heard of this. Coronet Gold condoms. Wow. They look fancy. Looks like he really Coronet condom tin antique, so I guess they've been in business for a while. Wow, he spared no expense. Wow. I'm impressed, Pepe. An orange and white pill bottle containing 3 pills, and I guess we never find out what that is. I guess he submitted to an interrogation. He said his intentions were to have sex with the 12-year-old, but he changed his mind. And according to the police report, he said what he did was wrong. He was given a $40,000 bond, which, as best as I could read through the bond documents, it looks like his parents may have put their house up and they got him out the next day. And if I'm reading it correctly, again, could be right, could be wrong, I think they paid $11,000 to get him out. It was like they had to pay $51,000 for the $40K bond. Now, I could be wrong about that. I'm not an expert on how bail works, and I'm not an expert on reading these documents, so I'm willing to be corrected on that one. So he got out on the 23rd. He pled not guilty on the 26th of April. On the 28th, he filed for indigent status, and that's the form where I was telling you that he put all zeros as far as source of income. Said he was unemployed, so I don't know where the plumbing went. And then it dragged on. In August, he waived his right to a speedy trial. Finally, at the end of November 11th, 29th, he changed his plea. He took a deal. Basically, one of the charges would be dropped. The other would be, the attempted lewd and lascivious battery was dropped. And he I'm looking through my notes here. Yeah, he was listed as black in some of these. His race was black. I don't understand that. So, lewd and lascivious battery was dropped, and the other one was they listed it as child pornography, but in Florida, I guess that's all inclusive. Either whether you have child porn on your computer or you're soliciting kids to do stuff, I guess that's the same charge. So, anyway. He changed his plea in late November, and he took a deal. He would do 9 months inside, followed in county jail, Lee County Jail. He didn't have to go to real prison. He just went to the county jail. And he, 9 months inside, followed by 3 years of sex offender probation, which I guess is different than standard issue probation. I don't know. And they recommended protective custody because of his deafness. You know, thinking about his deafness again, I don't know what the fuck he was going to do at the Sting House. He didn't give this girl any heads up that he was deaf or mute. He just shows up. I mean, I don't understand how he thought that was going to go unless he was just going to grab her and start pounding or something. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. That strange. And plus, jail had to kind of suck for him because if there was no one else in there that was deaf, I mean, who the hell was he going to talk to for 9 months? That had to suck. I mean, not that I feel bad for him or anything. I'm just saying that had to be not a pleasant experience for him. So, here's the conditions of his plea agreement. And it's pretty long, but I'll try to sum it up, make it digestible. He pled guilty to computer pornography / solicitation of a child. It's a 3rd-degree felony. He was looking at a max of 5 years, but instead 9 months, followed by 3 years sex offender probation. He had to go through a sex offender treatment program. He waives his right to ever seek this charge being expunged or sealed. He has to pay for treatments and any meds or counseling. Can't leave the treatment area without permission from his probation officer and the court. This is rich. He has to pay for his victim's treatment. What victim? He can't contact his victims. Okay. He can't enter the victim's residence. It's funny. Alright, he can't live with minors. He's got to have a job, be looking for a job, or be a student. He can't be a teacher or have any job or hobby, including kids. He can't have any unsupervised contact with minors. He's got to pay for polygraph examinations at his own expense. He can't own or possess a weapon. His curfew every night is 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. He can't live within 1,000 feet of a school. He's subject to warrantless searches pretty much at the whim of his probation officer. He has to keep a log of everywhere he drives, and he can't drive alone without permission. He can't have a P.O. box. He's got to have HIV tests and disclose those results to his imaginary victim. He's got to be put on electronic monitoring and fines and fees somewhere in the neighborhood of like $486, it looks like, somewhere in there. 436, excuse me. And here's an interesting one. Part of the deal is if he keeps his nose clean, never gets arrested again, 20 years after he gets off of probation, he can petition the court to get off the sex offender registry. Not an automatic, he can petition if he keeps his nose clean. But I don't think that applies to him anymore. He was released from county jail on July 11th of 2007. The TCAPist community, most of us know that. It's in his wiki entry. But what's not mentioned is that he violated his probation almost immediately. He was rearrested 10 days after his release on July 21st of 2007. Basically, what he did is ignored his conditions of release, and as soon as he got out of jail, he moved into his sister's house where she was living with her husband and their 2 kids aged 14 and 12. That certainly violates the don't live with minors part of the deal. So he gets locked up again, and he goes through a lawyer. They go through a little back and forth, and on October 1st Basically, all summed up, his lawyer got them to say, let's forget the whole thing, let's just do a do-over. So, basically, the same terms as before, everything the same. If I understood correctly, he went to go live with his mom. And I guess there's not a lot about Jose Falcon after that. He did file one other motion the following February of '08. Said he was living on disability. He couldn't afford the counseling. It was an undue hardship because it was like $10 a day, which comes to about $300 a month. I guess it's a lot if you're on disability. And also there was a problem with his counseling. Because he was deaf, his counselors couldn't communicate effectively with him to facilitate the treatment, so he had to find an alternate form of counseling, and nowhere in the documents did it ever mention what that was. It was implied that, yeah, he was living with his mom in Miami, and I looked on the Miami-Dade website, and there is no mention. Fortunately, Jose Falcon, not an uncommon name in Miami-Dade County at all, but fortunately, their website has the ability to search my name and birth date. So you punch in Jose Falcon, February 28th, 1965, and nothing comes up. And the motion to waive his electronic monitoring fee and alternative counseling is the last record Lee County has on him. So it's really tough to say what happened to him after that. Apparently he's still alive as of last month, and this is what he looks like now. Quite the contrast from what he looked like before. Let me see if I can find a picture. There we go. Yeah. That, what a difference 15 years will make, huh? Yee. Wow. Yeah, that dude looks like well, I guess being in jail for 9 months and then another 3 months isn't good for you, but that was jail. It wasn't even prison, it was just jail. It shouldn't have affected him this badly. Good Lord. Maybe he needs to hold a rose in his sex offender picture. Maybe that'll be good for him. Well, that's all we know about PEPE, so, and PEPE had a YouTube channel named after him. Yeah. I created that. And we'll do more Predator bios and analysis and commentaries as the days, weeks, months wears on. And I hope you enjoyed this just as much as I enjoyed making it. And I look forward to doing more. And I hope you look forward to seeing more. So that's it. I'll talk to y'all later.
Gentlemen, have a good night.